Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to Nathaniel. We are going to have an exercise session led by Elena, and you're all welcome to join.
Hello, welcome to
So you
Good
can put
Morning
Elena
Yoga with
on-
Helena.
Speaker view, I suppose.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Does anybody need to go to the loo or something, or shall I start?
You can start.
Okay. So if you all find yourself comfortable, can you hear me all right? If you find yourself a comfortable way to stand, and just feel into your feet. Allow yourself to feel every part of you that is in connection with the ground. That is a good idea, Jade. I think socks off is good. So once you have settled into your standing position, just feel every part of you that is in connection with the ground. Just relaxing fully into your feet that are carrying you every day. Wriggle your toes slightly. And see if as you're wriggling your toes, you can lengthen your toes a bit more, spreading the toes, stretching them away from the ball of the foot, and then reconnecting to the ground, so that you increase your foundation, you increase your base. And then just sink into that support of your feet. Let your heels connect, let the sides of your feet connect. Let the balls of your feet connect. And also become aware of the arches. Softly sinking into the ground, feeling the arches that are slightly off the ground. And then imagine warmth coming into those arches from earth, as if you were standing on a warm sphere. A nourishing, warm sphere. And I'm saying as if, it's not even as if, we are standing on a warm, nourishing sphere. And then imagine that you have roots growing into the ground, but also roots growing vertically into you, receiving that warm energy of earth into your whole being, into all your cells. Just allow it to spread in. And sink into that. Let your knees relax. Let your hips soften and give to gravity. Whilst you allow your vertical axis to lengthen upwards towards the crown. And everything beyond the vertical axis, everything beyond that central channel that runs right through the middle of your trunk, all the way to the crown, everything beyond can just soften down and give to gravity. Allowing the eyes to soften, allowing the shoulders to soften, allowing the hips to soften, allowing the feet to soften, and the hands, allowing the jaws to soften, the tongue just relaxing down as if it was in a hammock. So you feel held by your vertical axis, and everything else can just let go. the effort towards the effortless. Just connecting to that divine within you by elongating your spine towards the crown. And then feel into your fingertips. Allow your fingertips to just feel alive. See if you can feel any tingling, any pulsation, or any energy moving around. Just connecting to the energy of your hands. And then imagine you have strings on each one of your fingertips. Strings like rays of light connecting to your fingertips. And those rays of light connected to your fingertips extend out to the ground and elongate towards the ground. And then imagine those rays starting to move sideways, pulling your fingertips to the side, as if there was a warm energy coming underneath your arms, expanding the space between your arms and your body. And the fingertips being led by those strings are coming out to the side, coming out to the horizontal. Like a boat on a rising ocean coming up. Allowing space to move you. Feeling spaciousness in your shoulders. Feeling spaciousness in your hands, and feeling that expansion into the width as you come up to the horizontal. And once you're on the horizontal, just resting, as if you're resting on an energy grid or two shelves either side, and your fingertips still being held by those strings. So you should by now be on the horizontal. And then you turn your palms upwards, feeling the space above, connecting to the lightness up above. And start moving by the power of those radiant light strings. Connect the fingertips higher up, coming up, all the way until you are on shoulder level. And feel that spaciousness in your shoulders by extending the fingertips, but soften the shoulders down. And you feel that energy between the palms. See if you can sensitize your hands enough to feel like a magnetic force between your palms, still softening into the feet. And then imagine that space between your hands being like a veil that stops the light coming through, and we expand that veil out as we open the hands again. We expand and stretch that veil, allowing the light into our being. Still connecting to those strings on our fingertips, creating a dome of light around us. And once you reach the horizontal, come back up again. Connect back into that magnetic space between your hands, and then slightly twist your body so that one hand is facing forward, one hand back. The gaze is still forward. And then open that dome to the front and to the back, allowing the light into your being. The hand is not rigid, the hand is just elongated, softly, gently extending. Still softening into your hands and then coming back up. Then twisting the other way, opening that veil. Opening that dome, this time expanding the dome in your imagination even further. So those rays of light, imagine the dome that is created by the rays of light coming out of your fingertips and then coming back up to the middle. And then opening up into the sides, into the horizontal again, by the side of your shoulders, And then turn the palms forward. Turn the palms forward, and then imagine we are all standing in a big circle, and our fingertips are raying out towards one another. So you're sending love out through your right fingertips to everybody in the circle, and then receiving that love back through your left. So we're having a big group virtual hug. Extend your fingertips into that circle, creating more spaciousness in your shoulders, but softening your shoulders. And then you can take anybody you know who might need some love into your circle. We could take the whole of Earth into that circle. And you're receiving the love, giving the love. And let that love also go into Earth, through your feet, by the power of the light that's coming in through your crown. So we're having a big earth hug. And then let your hands come towards one another. Let your palms come closer together. That love. Let your elbows relax down, let your shoulders relax down. Just the hands, so no effort at all. And just feel the space between your palms changing as the hands move towards one another. And at some point, your hands will feel the energy grid of the other hand. Once you feel the energy grid of the other hand, become playful with that. Could you all feel that energy changing slightly as the hands come together? I hope so, I trust so. So now be playful, as if you have that ball of light. Be playful with that ball of light. Take it through space. Come from one side to the other on your leg. Take your legs a little wider and play with that ball. Take it from side to side. Twist your body a little. Be playful. Be playful with your ball of energy. It's like a dance with your own ball of energy. Maybe you even want to throw your ball up and catch it again. Maybe you want to bounce it on the ground and catch it again. Just do whatever comes to mind. I'm going to take my ball up, throw it up, and kick it back up with my feet, and then catch it again with my hands. Just whatever you want. And let your whole body flow like a reed in the water, warming all the spine up, warming the legs up. Walking forward, walking backwards, turning. And then as you have that, come to a point of stillness again. Soften into your feet. Feel your ball, and then let your hands flow through that energy grid, coming towards one another. Feel the deliciousness of those palms meeting as the energy of each hand flows into the other. Your fingertips are representing of all the elements, and when all the forces meet, that is when magic can happen. So you can place your intention between your palms right now as your fingertips meet. Place any intention and let your hands softly meet around that intention. That is the power of Atmanjali Mudra. And then bring your weight onto one leg. Trusting that foot, and then bring your weight onto the other leg, trusting the other foot. Spreading the toes, increasing the foundation. Do that a couple of times, and then at some point, decide to just focus onto one leg. Bring your weight onto that leg, playfully softening into that foot, allowing the toes to just extend out, no gripping, just softening into that foot, trusting your vertical axis being held by the crown, pulling the navel in and up. And then take the free leg, when you're ready, anywhere where it naturally goes. You don't have to leave your prayer position. Just take the foot, it doesn't matter how high, just take it to the side. Make sure that your hips are still facing forward. And stand like a tree, unmoved by the wind, extending into the crown, softening into the feet. Secure, safe, rooted. And then take that foot down again and do the other side. Softening into your roots. The roots going into earth and the roots going invertedly into your body from earth. Extending into your crown. Soft knee. Pull the navel in and up. When you are feeling safe to do so, when you are feeling balanced, just take that leg up, wherever it will naturally go without the help of your hands. And make sure your hips still facing forward. Become aware if there's any gripping in the toes and see if you can soften that. Soften the shoulders, just relaxing, trusting your foot. Gracefully putting the foot back down, stretching the arms up. Extend yourself, make yourself really long. It's morning and you're not quite ready to wake up perhaps, and you're just stretching one arm and then stretching the other, stretching the sides of the body. And then take one leg. Take maybe your, doesn't matter, take one leg over the other. I'm taking my right leg. And stand it opposite, on the opposite side. Just as close as you can to having the legs side by side. And then lift the rib cage away from the hips and stretch yourself towards that foot that has just come across. So if you had your right leg coming over, crossing over, then you are stretching towards that foot, stretching towards the left. And feel that stretch running down by the side of your body. Lift the rib cage, pull the navel in and up, soften into your feet. And if you have your right leg across, then take your left arm down and take the fingertips towards the right. So you feel stretched in both directions, shoulders relaxing down. And feel extended by those fingertips like those rays of light. Breathing deeply, expand into your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale, expand. Exhale, soften. And then relax out of that again. Just stand for a moment, notice what you notice. Noticing how the energy is flowing through your body. And then take the other leg across. Take the arms up. So I've taken my left leg. If you're taking the opposite leg to me, just do everything in opposite. Stretch yourself up, make yourself really long. And then stretch to the right or towards the leg that has just come across. Towards the foot of the leg that has just come across. And stay aligned. So no tilting forward and backwards. See if you can stay aligned here. And then take the lower arm down and across. feeling extended by those fingertips. And inhale, expand into your breath. Exhale, soften into your feet. Soften the shoulders. And slowly releasing back out. And now we're going to do a little section on the ground. So come and lie on your, actually come onto all fours. Have your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And then just feel whatever it is your spine needs to do right now. Bringing movement, bringing spaciousness into the spine, into the shoulders, into the hips. Maybe you want to circle your hips. Maybe you want to move side to side with your hips. Maybe you want to roll the shoulders. You might even want to take one arm up to the side, opening up into a twist, and then come back down again. Just explore and become absorbed in the experience of your body, doing whatever feels right to you right now, and connect to your breath. And you can even do a releasing ah sound as you breathe out. Inhale, extend, ah. And release with your out breath. Or a sigh, or whatever feels right. And a movement I like to do from here is also tiger pose. So you lift up the body to one side and just let that arm hang down, let the hand hang down, releasing any tension from the wrists, and then to the other side. If you want to do that, if that feels right, do it. Just letting the arm hang down limp, no effort in elbows or wrists. But if something else resonating more right now in this position, please do that. Okay, good. And now take one leg and put it forward. And just moving forward and backwards, mobilizing the hip joint, the knee joint. See if you can position in your arms in a way that you can keep your spine slightly straight, slightly elongated. And just feeling, meeting the stretch that happens when you go forward, meeting the stretch that happens as you come back. It doesn't have to be intense at all, it's just meeting those sensations. And also becoming aware of your foot meeting the ground again. Softly meeting the ground. Enjoying your body. And then stay back. Stay back with your hips, take your hands underneath your shoulders. Let your foot soften completely. Maybe even wriggle your toes to bring more softness into your toes. And then feel that gentle stretch on the hamstring. And if the stretch is not gentle, ease out a little. It should be a feel-good stretch. It shouldn't be too intense. Just meet a feel-good stretch in this position. And if you're not feeling it at all, then take your sitting bones slightly up and then you will find it. Have you got that? Good. And then just relax that foot completely. And then moving forward. Make sure you have your ankle underneath your knee, so that the knee doesn't go beyond the ankle. And feel the stretch in your hip flexor now. And again, we're just meeting the stretch. We're not forcing the body into any position. We want to do yoga with our body, not with our ego. So just find the stretch that is a feel-good stretch, that feels really nice. And you can be playful here, just exploring. Where does it feel good? Where does it feel maybe a little too intense? And too intense, an indication for that is it takes your breath away. So if your breath is still deep and expansive, then you're right. Inhale. Okay, I'm aware of the clock ticking and we have another leg to do. So let's take the other leg forward and moving forward and backwards. And then staying back, taking the hands underneath the shoulders so that the spine can be elongated. Soften the front foot, wriggling the toes. Lovingly say hello to your toes, appreciate them, appreciating your feet. And feel that stretch on the hamstring. Imagine your hamstring is an extra lung. Inhale, expand, expanding into that stretch behind your leg. And exhale, soften, release. And if you wish, on the out breath, you can make a sound, ah, or ooh, or a sigh. Ah, to facilitate release even more. Ah. And then slowly moving forward, coming into the hip flexor stretch. Softening the hips. Extending the front knee away from the back knee. Soften the hips down. And again, just meeting a sensation. Breathing deeply. And then slowly move out. Very last one. Is that okay? Bring your legs. You might need to sit slightly higher, but bring your legs with the feet together. So we're going to do a 2-in-1 in this position. Find a position that you can be straight in. So if in this position you can't have your spine straight, then sit on a cushion and that will enable your spine to be straight. And then take your hands, rub your hands together. Soften the shoulders, lengthen the spine. Lift the rib cage away from the hips, make your palms really, really hot. And then watch me first, whilst you rub your hands together. You're going to cup your hand and create a seal around the eyes, so that when you have your hands behind on top of the eyes, there is no connection to the eyeballs, just the space around your eyes is completely sealed. So if you had your eyes open, it would be dark. So do that. And then, so check that the space around your eyes is completely immersed in darkness. And if it isn't, maybe see if you can move your hands in ways that you create that darkness around your eyes. And then you can close your eyes. And then deep inhale. And ah, make that sound. vibrate the sound ah into those cups around your eyes. Ah. And then a oo sound. Deep inhale. The oo sound is rooting, engages the root energy center. Deep inhale. Ooh. Let your knees relax. One more time. Deep inhale. Ooh. And then hum twice into those cups. Deep inhale. One more. And then a ah-wum, combining the three sounds, combining the heart sound with the root sound with the third eye sound. One more, noticing the vibration around your eyes as you make these sounds. And now open your eyes into the darkness of those cups. And then very gently and very slowly opening those cups, allowing in a new day, a new you, a new moment. Seeing the space around you as if you're seeing it for the first time. Namaste.
Thank you, Elena. Oh, that was beautiful. I really enjoyed that. Very new for me as well. Very, very good. Thank you. I like that.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Elena.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. See you all at 9:30.
See you all at 9:30.
Yep.